Hi guys, so some Tory hack from GB News was invited on to Question Time for some reason. Side issue, when was the last time a journalist from the BBC was invited on to GB News? Anyway, Camilla here tried to dismiss the problems of Brexit by pulling out the old Germany card. This is a stupid argument for a number of reasons, which I'll come to in just a moment, but she was challenged somewhat by Labour MP Stella Creasy. Have a listen to this.
Not least after the legacy of COVID. And then second of all, I'm intrigued by the Brexit comment. I mean, Germany's economy is doing worse than ours. What do you put that down to?
Do you realise what's about to happen in maybe 8 weeks' time?
But on the German front?
No. So, actually, there's all sorts of issues in Germany. But, you know,
I mean, there
you
are
cannot
issues
compare
across
us.
European
You
nations.
cannot compare. No, but that's not to do with Brexit. Let's be really
COVID.
Let's be really, really clear. Like, our trade is down. People here will have lost jobs because their companies will say, actually, we're going to take somebody with a European passport. You know, you can look at the figures, you can look at the impact it's already had on our economy, and this government in 8 weeks' time is planning to increase the cost of importing food into the UK. Now, the government itself has admitted that its policy, its Brexit border tax, is going to increase inflation. So again, a bit like the quasi-Kwarteng budget, just when you think you've caught a break, this government is going to make a decision that is going to make it harder to put food on your table at a cost you can't afford. That is why it's not a corner, it's a tunnel that we are going through.
Stella's completely correct. And once again, she brings up this point about the Brexit border tax, which of course is something that the UK government has cancelled on 5 occasions because they know that if they start applying costs to imports, it will drive up the price of food, for example, right before an election and during a cost of living crisis. So this is why the likes of Jacob Rees-Mogg have said it would be a bad idea to implement this aspect of Brexit, but of course he won't describe it as an aspect of Brexit. Now, a problem with this discussion, and of course Stella didn't have a lot of time, she had to respond quickly, but it's a bit tiresome when Brexiteers bring up Germany. Because if Germany is doing really badly, this is not good for the UK economy, as both export to each other. So pointing out that we're doing better than Germany is like saying Brexit is terrible, but somebody has it worse. Why don't they compare Britain to Ireland, for example, which is doing well? Brexit was supposed to deliver growth, investment and sunlit uplands, but they never compare. They always compare to a worse situation, not a better situation. Isn't it interesting? But also Brexiteers like to cherry pick. There are periods when Germany is doing better and there are periods when Germany is doing worse. I guarantee you that people like Camilla will shut up about Germany when it isn't in recession and the UK is in recession. Now, while the German economy is in a bad state at the moment, a lot of it is due to its dependence on Russian oil and gas in particular, which has been trying to wean itself off after the invasion of Ukraine. Now, this has had a severe impact on its economy in the medium term. However, on the whole, over the last number of decades, the German economy has proven itself to be the most resilient in Europe in respect to its size, in respects to GDP per capita, wages and living standards. Germany doesn't have the same issue of food banks like the UK does. So when Brexiteers bring up Germany, they're trying to distract. They're supposed to bring up examples of how Brexit is improving things for people in Britain, but of course they can't do that. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.